What's up guys, Miguel Torres here with my daughter Lana. We're going to be showing you guys how we cook one of my other favorite dishes, costillas de puerco and chile de tomatillo, or pork spare ribs cut up, and it's cooked with a chile de tomatillo sauce. First what we're going to do, I get a bag full of tomatillos, and what we got to do is to make the chili, you got to take the skin off. Sometimes the skin comes all the way off, sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't, I still boil it like that. It's easy, so easy, even a 4-year-old girl can do it. Get that? She's ready. Yeah, go ahead, put it in there. So we peel the skins off as much as we can. And then after this, to cook our sauce, we're going to boil this. And we're going to add chile de árbol. We put some of this, but we toast these first. I'm going to show you later on in the video. But basically for the sauce, this is all we really need. Some tomatillos, and some chile, and some salt. And for our meat, we're going to have some pork spare ribs cut up into sections of 3. And then we're going to get some bay leaves, some salt, some garlic cloves that we already peeled already, and some onion. I'm going to show you guys how we fry it up. First thing we're going to start doing, we're going to start cooking our meat. And I'm going to start boiling these in water. I got to wash these first in my sink. I'm going to wash them off, get all the excess dirt off. And when I'm ready to start making my sauce, I'm gonna brown these on a skillet or a comal. Okay, so what we did here, we washed our tomatillos off already. We put them in a pot with water in it. We're gonna put them to a boil. Here I got a big pan, and I put it on medium heat. And I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in there, and we're gonna fry up our ribs. I'm gonna add our ribs to it. Now I'm making a lot. I got some buddies coming over, and they eat like a bunch of animals. From here, add some salt, and we have to watch the meat. We're gonna have to keep turning it. We're browning the meat, and we're gonna boil up the tomatoes. And what's gonna happen is these are a dark green right now. And once they get ready to get taken off, we don't want them to explode in here. So we're going to wait for them to turn light green. Once they get to the right temperature, they start turning to a lighter green. It's a big noticeable difference. So again, you look at the color now. When they're ready to get taken off, you're going to see a big difference in the color. And it takes anywhere from about 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll show you guys when we're about ready. Then we're boiling up. And we can check now so we see the color. This one here is a good example where it was a dark green and now it's turning to a light green. So this one, what we're going to try to do is just flip them over. I'm picking out the ones that are ready to come out. Like this one's changed color. We're going to pull all the ones that are cooked already so they don't pop. This one's still needs a little bit on the other side. This one here is ready to come out. This one here is ready to come out. Normally the ones that are on the bottom closest to the heat are the ones that are ready to come out first. This one here has got a little bit to go left. This one here is ready to come out. If we leave them in here, what happens is they end up popping on you, and you don't want that because then it gets kind of messy. Our meat's browning still. I had to put some in another pot because we got a lot of meat and it's taking a little bit longer than expected. Okay, so now we're gonna get ready to make our sauce. Our tomatoes got done. We put them in a blender. Now we're gonna toast up our peppers here. You can see here they're dried, but they're real flimsy. We're gonna toast them for about a minute. Before you put them, you wanna look if they have the ends with the stem. We just take the stem off. We put off so both ends are clean. We have our pan hot already, so I'm gonna add a handful at a time. If you don't like a lot of heat, I'd put 5 to 10. If you like medium heat, you can add about 20, and I like it hot, so I add about 3 handfuls, about 40 to 50. So we're going to add them in there. And what I did here was I separated some of the meat so you can see what it looks like when it starts to brown. We added our garlic cloves, bay leaves, and some onion. It's been cooking the same amount of time as the pot over here. We added the same thing. We added our garlic cloves, our bay leaves, and our onion. But it's going to take a little bit longer because it's a lot more meat cooking. So this is for a bigger group of people. You know you're going to cook a little bit longer. This is here for a smaller group. So it's almost ready to come off the pan. You boil it, you brown it to your liking. In about a minute. And you can hear that they're already ready. They're starting to get crispy. Starting to release seeds. They're ready to come out. We're going to put these with our tomatoes. Okay, and this is our salsa. This is our tomatillo salsa. I'm going to put a little more salt in there. Smells wonderful. Okay, so I have two different pots cooking. This one has the more meat in it, and it's cooking at a slower time. I want to brown the meat a little bit more. This one here was a lot smaller pan. It browned the meat really fast. Now it's ready to add my sauce. So what I gotta do is I gotta drain the excess fat out of it. I'm gonna get all that grease that came off of the fat. I have it on a low heat. Now I'm gonna add my sauce. Everything's cooked already. Now when we add this, all we do is let it cook for about a good 5-6 minutes. So all the flavors mix together in there. It's on a very low heat. Just so it can simmer. Okay, so our first batch is done. I'm making another batch of our tomatillo sauce because I'm gonna put it. You can see here our meat's already nice and brown. It's getting ready for the sauce. We're gonna drain it now. Get all the excess grease out. It's all the fat that melted off of the ribs. This meat's getting nice and brown. So now what we're going to do is we're browning these peppers up here, toasting them a little bit. I'm going to add some salt to my tomatillos. You can never have enough chile, so we're making some more chile. When they're ready to come out, you can smell it because they release a very strong aroma. So when you go out, after you've done cook something like this, people are going to ask, why do you smell like peppers and tortillas? And you have a great answer. And a great story. So I've drained the meat, took the grease out, put it in the strainer. I'm going to place it back in. The meat's nice and brown now. I'm going to slide it back over to the medium heat. I'm going to add my sauce. Now you can see, we're going to make the next batch. So we can cover it up nice and soupy almost. Mix it around a little bit. It smells so good. This is our other batch. Go. And like I said, we're going to cook this over a low flame for about 5 minutes, just so all the flavors can blend together, and we'll be ready to eat. We're going to make some Mexican rice right now. Our beans are already ready, and we'll be able to sit down and have some tacos.